What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our weekly watch list for Sunday evening. This is actually a watch list where I'll be going over 5 stocks, and then I'll be giving you one play, which actually that I did introduce to you on Friday, or for the Friday dip and rip strategy that I put out. I think this stock may repeat, and I'll talk about that last. But without further ado, let me get into this because this has actually been the craziest couple of months in the stock market. I hope everyone's out there making some good money, and let's just hope this trend continues. I see with the influx of traders coming into this market, I don't see this slowing down whatsoever, so let's just get right into it. The first stock I'm going to be talking about is QLGN Therapeutics, QLGN. This stock closed at the end of trading on Friday at $5.55, traded about 4 million in volume, so it's a little lower in volume than I'm used to trading, but I think the volume may pick up towards the end of the week. This stock, the catalyst that in fact, it has 14 million in float too. Let me not forget about to put that out there. Now, this is a biotech focused on developing therapeutics to treat cancer and infectious disease. Why I like this stock is they actually have a catalyst from the end of last week. They made a deal with the University of Louisville to further develop their cancer drugs. So I see this stock could be anywhere from 6 to 7 by the end of the week. I really see a nice gain going into this stock. The second stock that I'll be talking about is GNCA Biosciences, GNCA. This stock actually traded 8 million in volume on Friday and on about 24 million in float. This stock focuses on cancer vaccines and immunotherapy. The catalyst I like with this is actually an earnings winner. So this one had great earnings and is actually blowing through their 52-week highs and multi-year highs. This stock closed at $4.48. It's actually up consecutively the last 6 days. This stock is just, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down. I could see a little bit of a pullback. So the strategy that I talked about, the dip and rip, this might be the perfect time to put that strategy and implement that strategy, and this stock may be the perfect stock to do that. I would wait to see this thing pull up and then maybe pull back down, hold VWAP, and once that breaks the highs of the days, I'd be all over and jumping onto this stock to hold for maybe a day or two. And also keep in mind, a couple of these stocks I would only hold for a day or two, 2 or 3 days, get that quick gain, and get the heck out of there. Now, QLGN Therapeutics, I think this play might be a little bit short-term to longer-term play. I give you nothing that's 2, 3, 4 weeks. We're talking about trades here, and I like these stocks for trades this week. So the first stock was QLGN, second stock GNCA. Now, the third stock I'm talking about, this is actually a stock that I did mention in my dip and rip video, which is CHF Solutions, CHFS. Now, CHFS traded huge volume on Friday, 40 million in volume, and it has relatively low float, about 30 million in float. This is actually a medical device company, and what their medical devices are is treating fluid overload. So being that we're going into the C19 era, we're living in this C19 era, what happens is when people get sick, they get a fluid overload in their lungs. They tweeted on Friday that they have their medical devices being used in over 200 hospitals. So they didn't come out with a direct PR, but they came out with a tweet that actually shot their stock up quite a bit from about 60 some odd cents up into the 80s. And I see the stock running to possibly $1 or even more next week. Hopefully we get some PR, a press release, get something on Benzinga or Yahoo or one of these things, and actually get us some more momentum going in this. But if a tweet's going to pump us up almost 20 some odd cents, I really think that in this pandemic era, with the line of work and the products that they, the medical devices that they manufacture, I really think this is a good play going forward. This stock actually closed on Friday at 80 cents or 80.7 cents, so 0.807, and again, 40 million volume and 30 million float. I actually am holding the stock right now over the weekend. I bought this before the dip and rip on Friday, and I'm holding it probably maybe into midday or late morning tomorrow. So I really like this stock. If this stock continues to get a run, I may jump back in if it pulls back at all, but this is definitely a stock I like going up, possibly all the way as high as $1.20. Now, The third, it would be the fourth stock that I'm talking about, is INPX. Now, this is not a medical. I'm typically right now getting into the medical companies. INPX's a little bit different. INPX. This stock closed at $1.46 on 20 million volume. The volume has been picking up, and it has 19 million float, so it has relatively low float. This stock has been gaining steam. It has been up and down last week, but it has been gaining steam as far as volume and gaining in price, because this was in the low ones early last week when I thought about mentioning it in my last picks video. But now at $1.46, I still see some gaining, some momentum going into this stock. Now, this stock engages in the provision of indoor positioning and data analytics and infrastructure, as far as they do data and software. And the catalyst for this one, I believe, was on Wednesday or Thursday. They actually launched a new website. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much, but the reason I like this stock is that it has some momentum. It's building steam on StockTwits. It's gained a lot of steam as far as people looking at this, and a lot of eyeballs getting on this company. And the sector that they're in is somewhat hot. So I really like this play, INPX, INPX. Now, the fifth stock I'm talking about is Polarite Inc., PTE. This stock closed at $1.78 on Friday. It has 24 million in volume and 23 million float. This stock is a biotech developing, commercializing regenerative tissue and biomaterials. So what they do is regenerate tissues. They actually had this is the catalyst. They had a successful trial for their product, Skin TE, or Skin, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not a doctor, nor am I with them, but it's SKINTE. And this is for the treatment for diabetic foot ulcers. So this regenerates the skin on the foot. They had successful trials with this product, and this stock shot up quite a bit on Friday. And I think this has a little bit of run left in it. With the 23 million float, there's a lot more eyeballs on it with the 24 million volume. So I really like this stock. I could see this stock going up towards about $2 for the week to get yourself a little 10% to 20% gain on this stock. Now, it's very difficult in this type of market with all the hot stocks that are going on and everything that's going on. It's very hard to narrow it down in this hot markets. There could be several more plays, and there were several more plays, probably 10 or 11 plays that I looked at that I actually liked. But I don't like to give you 15, 20 stocks. So all it does is confuses you and adds confusion. I like to kind of narrow it down to my favorite plays. So my 5 favorite plays are QLGN, GNCA, CHFS, INPX, and PTE. Now, on that dip and rip video, I did mention CHFS. Now, the other stock that I mentioned was ASNA. Now, ASNA, I still like this play for Monday to repeat the pattern that it repeated on Friday. With the very low float in this stock and how hot, for some reason, and I can't wrap my mind around why, but bankruptcy hot stocks are very hot. Look at Hertz. Look at some of these other stocks that have actually had just runs on bankruptcy and doubled and tripled and had huge days, especially the low float ones. ASNA, I think, is still a hot play for Monday because I think it can repeat this pattern. I think you can have it jump up in the morning, and it's a relatively cheap stock as well, too. So you want to keep your eye on this one, having a run up in the morning, pulling back for the dip and rip, hugging and holding VWAP throughout the day. Later in the day, getting a boost in volume. This thing's starting to shoot up, and once this thing breaks the high of the day, it's time to buy it. I would not be holding any of these stocks. These are not swing trades. ASNA, being a bankruptcy play, is not a swing trade. This is strictly a day trade. I would buy it after the dip and rip takes place and comes to fruition, and then be selling it shortly after. So I hope this has helped. Again, just coming out and kind of narrowing this down in this hot market. It's very difficult to narrow it down to just a few, a little handful of stocks that I like. But these are my 5 best plays with a little added extra in ASNA. Like I said, hope this helps. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. It helps me out quite a bit when you do that. And if you have any questions or anything, I answer all questions in my comments. So leave any questions or concerns you have in the comments. You guys have a blessed night. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you on Tuesday for Tactical Tuesday.